I'm Randy from campingandfishingcalifornia.com, and today we're going to do a video on the country fill option on your water system if you have a Jayco Alante, and specifically a 31V. Now, I had read up on this and kind of thought I understood how it worked, but when I actually went to use it about a week ago, I couldn't get it to work. What would happen is I would take and turn the settings properly, hook up the hose, stick it in my container of water, hit the water pump, and it would go down maybe 3 inches and then stop and just apparently just suck air. So I couldn't get it to work. So my wife went into town, Bridgeport, and she looked up a few forums and a little bit of information on this, so I think we got it dialed in, and today I'm going to show you what we did to get it to work. So let's go ahead and get started with our little experiment here. First thing that I want to do is I want to make sure my water pump is turned off, and I want to make sure my settings are on the proper settings, and the settings for this would be 1 and 4 country fill. So now that's handled. The other thing that I'd like to do before I get started is pull my little shower hose out and just kind of set it to the side and go ahead and open the cold water valve. Now what they recommended on the video was to open that up and let all the air get out of it, and it will start the process a lot faster. So let's go ahead and unplug that. And in the videos they recommended that you pull this filter out up here. You can use a screwdriver, just whatever works for you. I usually get it out after a few tries. There you go. And you'll see that the screen is pointing out towards you, but what we want it to do is we want it to turn around and point in, because in here is a backflow valve, and we want this to keep that backflow valve pushed in, allowing it to use less pressure to pull in. So we've got that kind of put in there. Now let's get our hose and go ahead and screw it in. I'm going to put this in the water jug. Make sure there's no bugs on it. And this end I'm going to screw in up here, and that should push the washer and the screen back far enough to where it activates that backflow little switch valve, a little sticky thing, and keep that in place to where it would allow less pressure. So there you go. And let's pull the jug up a little closer, get the hose all the way to the bottom, and let's give it a shot. Now you can hear it's on, and the valve, the level is about 2/3 right now. We're just kind of waiting to see if it's going to go down. So as you can see, it's still right around 2/3. I'm looking for water to start coming out, and yep, it looks like it's working the air out of the line. So I'm going to go ahead and shut that off, and let's see if it's going down. Yeah, it's actually going down nicely. So at this rate, it looks like it'll probably be about 3 or 4 minutes maximum, but it is actually going down nicely, so I cannot complain at that. You can see that now we're over halfway down, so it's going pretty good, and it's only been about maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So as you can see now, we're down right to the lower quadrants of it. Looks like there may be maybe a half a gallon left in this thing, and it's actually starting to pull dry. So I'm just going to move it to that angle there so it'll get everything. So you can see that it actually worked. All it really took for us this time was to, of course, bleed the air out of this line and just reverse this filter up here. Again, let me unplug that and unscrew it and show you. A really simple fix that seems to work like a charm. Now it's just a matter of getting that filter back out, which is real easy to do. So once again, if you're having a problem with your country fill, this little bugger is the culprit, and it comes, when it comes from the factory, this cone is facing out. But what you want to do when you use the country fill technique or operation or mode, you want to take and turn this around so that cone is facing in and it's pushing that backflow button, allowing less pressure to be needed to pull it in from to siphon it from your container. So hey, the guys were right, and we're happy campers because this is a lot easier than standing here pouring stuff in like everybody else has to do. So ain't it great? That really works. So I hope that explained it to you, and I hope that gives you an idea as to how we resolved this situation. It actually, once I reversed that filter and set it so that it would push that button in on the backflow valve, it started working like a champ and within seconds. So I hope that helps you and gives you an idea as to what you can do to get yours to work very easily for the first time. So oh, by the way, you might see my wife in the background. She's way down there catching some fish. There's a fish down there that is probably probably a good 24 inches long. The guys that have been here for a while say that it's been in that water there for about 2.5 weeks, and she will not give up till she gets that lurker. And from past videos, you know how my wife is when it comes to torpedoes and lurkers. She just does not give up. So she's going to stay down there probably the rest of the day because we're leaving here tomorrow. Oh, incidentally, we're in Lower Twins Campground, which you've seen from our videos before. We absolutely love this campground. She's actually pulled out about 20, maybe 25, maybe probably 30 by now fish from that one little hole that she's in, and all up and down this water, this body of water, there's just a ton of fish. We've pulled some real nice ones out of here just in the last week. So again, thanks for joining us at campingandfishingcalifornia.com, and look forward to putting out another video here shortly. Thanks again. I'm Randy from campingandfishingcalifornia.com.